Dermot Devlin has dedicated his life to speaking up for others. Dermot himself has been targeted because of his disability. He's been intimidated in the street and abused online.
It is something that many of us will have experienced at some point in our lives, and sadly in some cases quite regularly. And in some cases it has happened to me where I've experienced it in the streets. Now thankfully it's never happened to me physically or anything violent, but I have been intimidated on more than one occasion by people who see me as being just over 3 foot tall and a wheelchair user, taking pictures of me in the camera and laughing and pointing. And I went home and I started to cry because it hit me that hard, and it did take me 3 weeks to build up the courage again to go back into town.
New figures show a 10% increase in reports of disability hate crimes in Northern Ireland. 102 reports were made to police this year compared to 93 the previous year. 80% of those reports involved violence, and 1 in 5 were reports of online abuse. But if you do report a hate crime here, there's a far better chance of it getting to court than anywhere else in the UK.
I myself didn't report it, and I look back now regretting it, that I should have done it, because number one, it shook me up and I was scared, and number two, the other part we saw it, well, there's other cases out there that it's worse than that. But looking back now, I know it was a serious case.
We have hate crime legislation in place, and we are hoping that when Stormont is up and running again, the reforms and the review of that will continue on and it will become stronger and more robust. But until that time, we really need a strong community response to say, I may not be someone who has a disability, but I am going to stand up for their rights as human beings to be able to be safe when they are out of their homes, or even when they are in their homes, that abuse and hate crime in any form is not acceptable.
Dermot would like to see a specific law to protect those with disabilities.
There's lots of different laws for different groups in the country, but there is nothing for disabled people. So what we have now is a very bland, generic thing to cover disabled people, but we need something specific that we can go, this is us, and this is the protection that we need.
The PSNI say they recognise the impact that even minor disability incidents have on the victim, and they will respond to all incidents reported, whether or not they amount to a crime. Sara, UTV Live, Omagh.